past hour, we've learned that a fifth victim has now died after a shocking attack at a synagogue in Jerusalem. Two men stormed that building while men were praying there this morning. It's the latest in a string of violent acts in that city, which is hitting close to home for many here in the Miami Valley. Maytal Levy is working for you tonight with the local angle on this. Maytal.
This morning, two armed Palestinians attacked a religious Jewish neighborhood in Jerusalem. Meanwhile, in Dayton, Rabbi Shmuel Klotzkin was getting ready to go to work at Chabad, a synagogue in Oakwood.
I was hoping that I would never have had to have seen a headline like that again. It calls back a long and sorry history that I had hoped an end had come to it, of innocent people being persecuted in horrific ways.
He used to study in the same neighborhood in Jerusalem. The more he learned about today's attack, the sadder it became.
I knew the rabbi of the synagogue from Boston, or knew his family.
3 of the 4 killed held a dual Israeli-American citizenship. Israeli Consul General Yaron Seidman was in downtown Dayton this afternoon, discussing the Dayton Region Israel Trade Alliance, something long in the books before these attacks happened. Seidman doesn't think peace is likely with the Middle East's history of violence.
Peace is impossible when hate is abundant and people get murdered and killed. And it's all a result of this culture of hatred.
I asked him, what about the innocent Palestinians that have been killed? And he said,
Israel does not target civilians. That's the very simple, straightforward answer. None of what Israel does or the Israeli security forces do aims at or targets civilians. Israel is protecting its own civilians.
Seidman says the Palestinian civilians who die use themselves as human shields, and that responsibility lies on the Palestinian government, not Israel. For Rabbi Klotzkin, he's also concerned about how the attack is being reported.
A CNN headline that focused on Israeli policemen shooting the murderers rather than on the atrocity that was done of chopping up innocent people who have come to pray to God in a synagogue one morning. Don't pretend about what this is. This is an atrocity. And if we don't see these things for what they are and have all the terrible feelings that we have, and when we see that, things don't change.
President Barack Obama is condemning these attacks, saying there's no justification for killing civilians. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, says he wants to retaliate. Reporting live, Maytal Levy, 2 News, working for you.